We've come over to Delhi with all our MLAs protesting against Chandrababu Naidu, protesting against his governance, protesting against the unethical practices deployed by Chandrababu Naidu in poaching our MLAs. He's poached 13 out of 13 of our MLAs. Out of our strength of 67, 13 MLAs going away will not do us any harm. But the way this man has done, that is something what everybody in democracy should question. Chandrababu Naidu is giving each of these MLAs 20 to 30 crores of ill-gotten money. Everybody in democracy now should question, where is he getting this money from? How is this ill-gotten money being displayed in broad daylight, going unquestioned? Is this right? And not only this, Chandrababu Naidu is also offered some of the MLAs ministerial berths as well. In a democracy, how is it fair that somebody is elected on another party's ticket, on another party's symbol, and that MLA is not being disqualified, that MLA is not resigning, and yet Chandrababu Naidu says he will make them ministries? How is this fair in a democracy that these MLAs who've been elected on another party's ticket, while retaining their MLA posts, are likely to be sworn in as ministers? In a democracy, can Chandrababu Naidu do this? Is it fair that a governor can actually help Chandrababu Naidu in this swearing in ceremony? In a democracy, if these questions are not asked, this would set a wrong precedent, and this would in fact bring down the democratic fabric of our country. In fact, we're also releasing this book on Chandrababu Naidu's corruption practices, what are taking place in Andhra Pradesh. There are around about 30 corruption charges on him. All these charges with evidence of his GOs issued, of his in the capital city, the land registrations done by his cronies. Everything is we've encompassed in this book all these documents with evidences of registration deeds, of evidences of GOs issued on all the charges, around about 31 to all put together, an amount of 1,34,000 crores of rupees, what Chandrababu Naidu is amassed during these 24 months while he is distributing this money to buy our MLAs left, right and center, giving each of them 20 to 30 crore rupees. Is this fair in democracy? As I've said earlier, that he buying 13 of our 67 MLAs that we have, 13 will not make any difference. But is this fair in a democratic country like ours? How is it fair that this ill-gotten money is being displayed, where Chandrababu Naidu is in fact caught red-handed, audio taped and videotaped in Telangana, while he was trying to buy some MLAs, distributing this black money, distributing this ill-gotten money? How is Chandrababu Naidu left alone? How is it fair that no CBI inquiry is taking place? How is it fair that this ill-gotten money is being spent in broad daylight to buy MLAs and yet not being questioned?
Sir, what assurance given by Sharad?
Also,
are you going to Parliament to show this book?
That we are meeting all the senior leaders, all the parties, giving them this book, as well as fighting for this anti-defection law, changes to be made in anti-defection law, mounting pressure on the central government, mounting pressure on every political party to stop this, to stop what is happening. If this is not stopped and if this becomes a precedent, then in this country, democracy will not prevail. Very soon, if this is not stopped, a day would come when probably the Prime Minister would be from another party, the Finance Minister, while retaining his parliamentary post, comes from another party, defecting, if this is not stopped.
So are you going to Parliament, sir? Are you going to question this?
See, anybody who's done this is wrong. Be it Telangana, be it Uttarakhand, be it anywhere. If it is sin, it is sin. If it is wrong, it is wrong. Ultimately, there is anti-defection law. What is made a anti-defection law is a part of the Constitution. Through the 52nd Amendment to the Constitution, we have ensured that anti-defection law becomes part of the constitution through the 10th schedule. And not satisfied with 52nd constitutional amendment, we brought in 2003 the 91st constitutional amendment, trying to curtail some more loopholes. And yet in a democracy where we are actually members of parliament, leaders of the house, while we actually are supposed to make these rules, make these laws and enforce them, while we being in power, while people in power are actually flaunting with these rules, breaching these rules, and yet no action is taken. This entire scope of anti-defection should be removed from the speaker's scope, because the speaker happens to be a representative of the ruling party, and this should be given to the scope of election commission, and they should be given the mantle to disqualify such kind of people who are elected on another party's ticket and who defect to another party. Because if this power is left in the hands of the speaker is a ruling party representative, and he is bound to take no action, as it has happened in our state, as it has happened in our case, where we've approached the speaker, asked them to disqualify these people, and yet no action is taken, or the hope is that they will never take any action, even in spite of we wishing for the best.